Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl SurelyDestiny and I am back again with another video. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit more, or a little bit different I should say. So after my last video, my Bible study tools video and my journey through faith video, I got a really positive response, so I decided that I was going to try and keep up with that. One, because I enjoy doing it. One, because I also feel like God has really been asking me and telling me that this is something that I need to be doing. So from now on I'm going to start doing makeup videos, but we're also going to be talking about different subjects in faith. So today we're really going to be talking about balance and why balance is so important as a follower of Christ, how I fell out of balance, how I realized I was out of balance, and eventually things that I did to get back into balance. And on top of that, I will also be showing you guys how I completed this soft glam look using the Natasha Denona bronze palette that I got from the Sephora VIB sale. So if you guys are interested in seeing this video, please make sure to keep watching. Okay guys, so I have my brows and my eyes done and my face set in color correct. I used the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Stick It to Pores all over my face, and then I went over it with the Fenty Beauty True Matte Pro Filtr primer. If it would load there, hold on, there we go. And then I set my whole entire face with the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Blondie. You guys, I love this. I just got this from the Sephora VIB sale. I absolutely love this. It is so good. Completely mattifies my face, keeps it matte all day. This is the bomb. So for today's palette, we're going to be using the Natasha Denona bronze palette. I posted a picture of a makeup look that I did with this palette and everybody really seemed to like it, so I decided to come back and record it. So this is what the palette looks like. I'm just going to go in with Sundown, this shade right here, and use that on my upper crease. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about balance and really just the importance of having balance in your life. I feel like my journey with faith, my journey with God, and growing my relationship with God recently, the past couple months, He has really been pushing having balance in my life, because before I really didn't have any, and it took a lot for me to figure out where I needed balance and essentially how to get that balance in my life. It was definitely very unbalanced, and you can be out of balance in your life in many different ways. Like, you can be out of balance because you're like extremely lazy and you just don't do anything, but you can also be out of balance because you're like a workaholic and you don't take any time for yourself. You could be out of balance because of the way that you eat. The things that you eat could also affect your balance as well. With that, everything is connected. Your spiritual health is connected to your physical health. Your physical health is connected to your mental health. They're all connected. They're all intertwined. They all need love and attention, essentially. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with Suntan, which is the shade right beside it. This shade right here, I'm going to go in with that and put that in my actual crease. So essentially, in one of my devotionals, it's the Joyce Meyer devotional, the one that I showed you guys. If you guys haven't seen some of the Bible tools or Bible study tools that I use to help me grow closer to God, make sure to check out my last video, because I talk about my journey with God, how it started. I talk about tools that I use to go closer to God. But yes, check out last video. So that Joyce Meyer devotional, starting your day / ending your day right, I started realizing that literally every other day the devotional was talking about balance and how detrimental it is to you spiritually, physically, mentally when you're out of balance, and essentially how it allows the enemy to, or it gives the enemy a chance or room to destroy you or to distract you from your purpose or to essentially make you sick. Like, it's just not good to be out of balance. And I was seeing it so much. I was seeing it things about balance on Instagram. I was reading it in all my devotionals, and it really just made me realize that, okay, maybe God's trying to tell me something. Maybe I am out of balance somewhere in my life. So I eventually just started praying and asking God, okay, like, show me where it is I don't have any balance in my life. Where is it that I'm out of balance? So now I'm going to cut my crease using the Loreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade 410. This is what it looks like. I use this one all the time. I love it. Super, super full coverage. 10 out of 10 recommend. It really came clear to me that a lot of my unbalance was coming from like neglect of my own self-care, if that makes sense, which really started to tie into everything that my therapist was telling me about enjoyment and finding my enjoyment. Because if you guys don't know, I do work full-time and I go to school full-time, and I'm also trying to, you know, do YouTube and stuff like that. And I think because I was spending so much time working and not enough time, you know, like relaxing, it really started to take an effect and have a toll on me, because I go to work, I come home, I do schoolwork, I go to bed, I wake up, I do schoolwork, and then I go to work, and it was never really any time for me. And I started realizing how much imbalance I had in my life, because my therapist just kept asking me, she's like, okay, where's your enjoyment? Where do you find your enjoyment? And I'm like, girl, I don't know. I don't have any. Like, and I never really realized until I started getting closer to God that balance in all areas is super, super, super important. Because as a student, like in school, there's this whole stigma, there's this whole stereotype kind of that you just have to work hard all the time, and culture right now kind of plays into that whole, you know, work hard, grind hard all day, every day, da, da, da. And it's really not good for any of us to just focus on working. And I think this school year especially, I really just focused on just working and not taking time for myself, to the point where I actually stopped doing YouTube videos and stuff like that, because this is what I enjoy doing. I enjoy doing this for fun. Constantly felt stressed. I constantly felt like I wasn't doing enough, or I need to do more. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in with like silk here. Come on, silk, and then maybe this color and then that color, or this and that. Something with these three colors is gonna end up on my eyelids. Actually, getting back in balance for me was taking more time for myself and what I enjoyed doing. Because for the first like 2 months of school, that I just did not really care about myself. I really neglected myself and what I found important, and it's really, really, really super important to take care of yourself, and I was not doing that. So one of the things that I first started doing was getting back into doing my YouTube videos and editing and releasing content, because that was something that I really enjoyed doing in the summer, and I stopped doing it once I started school and working full time again. I wasn't really finding time for it. So that was one of the things I really focused on doing. And I'm gonna make sure that I have a video coming out about my decision to get into therapy and why I decided to do it and how much it has helped, because I really do think there's a huge stigma around going to therapy, and if you go, there has to be something wrong with you. Or there's also that really big stigma around Black people going to therapy and how Black people should not be going to therapy, or they don't go to therapy, and blah, blah, blah. So I have a whole video coming out about that and the importance of going. Like, I genuinely think everybody should go, because it is the second best decision I made in my life. The first decision was dedicating, giving my life to God and accepting Him as my Lord and Savior. The second best decision was going to therapy. Okay, so I ended up taking silk, this one, and then I took palladium. Actually, no, hold on. I ended up taking silk here, and then I took palladium, and now I'm going to, I think I'm going to add a little bit of this. the True Copper on the outer here, and then I'm going to go in with Magma, and I'm going to use that on my outer V. And my therapist started thinking of ways to get back in balance, and one of the things that I was also out of balance in was sleep. Like, I could not sleep for the life of me. And one of those things that really helped with getting me back in balance was working out. And let me just get one thing straight. I hate working out. I hate it. I don't want to work out, but it really has truly helped me get back in balance. One, because my body started to feel less restless during the day and during the night. So when it was time for me to go to bed, I could actually sleep because I was actually tired. Even though my work does demand me to walk around and stand around a lot for long periods of time, my body was used to that, so it's not counting as working out. I'm not at work, I'm just sitting at home. I'm sitting at my desk and my computer all day doing schoolwork or whatever. So working out was one of the things that really, really helped me. Okay, so we're done with my eyes as of right now. Actually, no, we're not done with my eyes. I'm going to put on these Noelle 14 lashes. I'm going to wet my beauty blenders, and then I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. I wasn't going to do eyeliner, but here we are. I ended up using the Stila Stay All Day waterproof liquid eyeliner. So there's that. Moving on to the face, and we'll get back to the eyes later. I'm going to go ahead with my Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Truffle for my contour. I'm gonna blend that with my beauty blender. It's another thing that has helped me get back into balance is using a planner. I love planners. I've always loved them. I love paper ones, and I love the one on Google Calendar. The Google Calendar is amazing, but I think one of the reasons why I excused myself into staying out of balance is because I convinced myself that I had no time to do things that I enjoyed. But the planner, when I write down everything I need to do for the week, when I actually plan out my week, it actually gives me time to physically sit down and say, okay, where do I have time to edit a video? Where do I have time to record? I can do a video on the kinds of planners that I have and the kind of planners that I like. If you guys like to see that, just leave a comment down below and I'll get started on that for you guys. But that is one of the things that has really helped me get in balance, was having a planner, physically writing out, okay, I want to record video this day, I need to edit this day. This day I'm gonna go see a friend or whatever. But it has really helped me to physically see where can I make time for things that bring me joy. So for my foundation, I'm going to be using the Born This Way Undetectable Medium Full Coverage Foundation in the shade Maple. I'm just gonna apply that everywhere except for underneath my eyes. I only like to use concealer there. Okay, so now the next thing is that now that I have a planner to write out things that I enjoy, and I can physically make time for things that will help me with my balance. Another thing that has really been important in finding balance and not just working all day every day is self-care, and really investing in my self-care and tools that help me to achieve that. Things that genuinely make me feel good on the inside and the outside. So as I mentioned before, one of the main things that has really helped me with my self-care and improving in my self-care is therapy. So that's number one. Number two is getting back into reading. I love reading. I loved reading. I've always loved reading. I always grew up reading. I could spend all day reading. So really incorporating that back into my routine has really helped me to feel like I'm making time for myself, to feel like I'm doing something that I genuinely like to do and not doing something or neglecting myself in that way. So usually when I come home from work, instead of just going to bed, instead of staying up on the phone or whatever, I make time to read. Even if it's for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I still sit down, I open a book that I am enjoying or I've been trying to read, and I read it. And next up for concealer, I'll be using the Stay Naked Correcting Concealer in the shade 60 WR. So moving on, another thing that has really helped me invest in my self-care, which is again investing in having balance in my life, is, I guess you could say, body care or skincare, if you want to call it that. Like taking more time for myself in that respect. Like before, I would literally just come home and take a shower and it's alright. Soap, water, rub, rinse, out, go to bed. And kind of investing more in that, like something as small as taking longer showers has really helped me feel like I'm taking better care of myself, or helped me feel like I'm taking better care of myself. So body scrubs, like really nice scented body washes, heavy body lotions. I'm just gonna blend it out with this beauty blender. I always use a different one than the one that I use to blend out my contour. I think one thing that I realized for sure is that being out of balance has really allowed the enemy, really allowed the devil to play with my mind and my thoughts, and to really, for a period of time, I was really convincing myself that like I wasn't doing enough, or I wasn't working hard enough, or I was never gonna make it, or I wasn't worthy of this and this and this and that. And I feel like being out of balance definitely allowed those thoughts to creep in, and spending time with God has really helped me to ignore those feelings when they come in, or to think above those types of thoughts when they do come through. Because if I wasn't spending time with God daily, if I wasn't making that a priority in my balance, then to this day I would still be thinking those things about myself. And I definitely believe that being out of balance, not taking care of yourself, not at least attempting to eat right, not attempting to take better care of yourself, or those type of things, will allow imbalance, allow the enemy, allow the devil to really come through and play with your mind. Like when you're at school, you're just like another number, you're just another paycheck, they just want your money. When you're at work, like you're easily replaceable, you're just another person working the job. But when I invest and devote my time in Christ, in God, it's like he truly cares for me. Like I am the one that he left the 99 for. And holding on to that and dedicating time to that has really made a huge difference. So starting right underneath the eyes, I'm going to be taking the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Blondie. I'm just really setting the nose. My nose is real oily, my T-zone gets real oily, so really just getting that powder in there. I'm not much of a baker when it comes to setting my makeup. I just feel like it makes me look really cakey. But around here, in this area here, I am going to pack that powder in. I'm going to let it sit, and then I will dust it off. So to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder in the shade Deep Peach. Alright, so now we're going to go in with bronzer. I'm going to be taking the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in the shade 3, which is Tan. To take my Milk Makeup Longwear Gel Eyeliner in the shade CEO, just a brown gel liner. I'm going to take Magma, and I'm going to take probably this color and put it in my inner crease, inner V. I'm going to be using this Morphe 9B blush palette, and I think I'm going to take this one down here, this purpley one. This one is looking, yeah, this one down here. Alright, for highlighter, I will be taking the shade LA, and this is from the Sephora Pro Face Palette Deep. Alright, so I'm going to be taking my MAC Cosmetics Chestnut Lip Liner, favorite lip liner. Alright, now I'm going to take my MAC Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Love You Back. And now I'm going to take my Maybelline Lifter Gloss with hyaluronic acid, and this is going to be in the shade Amber. Put that over top. For setting spray, I'm going to mix my All Nighter with my De-Slick, both from Urban Decay. Okay guys, so that is everything for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look and how it came out. I really enjoyed it. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to let me know and to leave a comment in the comment section down below. After spending a lot of time with God, he really revealed to me where I need to get back in touch with being balanced, which is when taking care of myself, making time for myself and for the things that I enjoy, and to not give too much of myself to other people, because that's where I was unbalanced before. I was giving a lot to everybody else, not giving enough to myself. So now that I've figured out how to do that, it has definitely really helped me remain balanced, remain calm, remain patient, remain kind, because I have decided to implement these things in my life. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.